everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Insight Show. I'm Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman, and I am very pleased, happy, and excited to be sitting in sacred circle with each and every one of you this evening. It is Sunday, April 26, 2020, the last Sunday in April. Whew. What a year. What a beginning of the year, right? What a year this week has been. Anyway, let me give everyone a chance to come in and sit in sacred circle with each of us and just get comfortable and relax and know that you are in a safe and sacred place, and that so just what a beautiful, beautiful day energy-wise. It just really, the whole weekend has just, it's been an up and down with energy, I'll tell you, but we really perfect the art of, I don't want to say of surfing, but we really do perfect that art of going with the flow, riding the waves. And it's like, let's just make every day a great day, right? As much as we can. I mean, that's all we can do. And so it's, just making sure everything's working good here. We are streaming live through the Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel, the Goldylocks Productions Facebook page, and hold on. The other P word, Periscope. Yes, Periscope. All right. Woo, so excuse me for that. There we go. I just am really, and I'm sure you may notice it, I am really laid back right now. I just feel, so laid back and calm. Yesterday, those of you who may not know, but I had my second level 2 of the Seraphim Blueprint healing. So I am a Seraphim Blueprint healing practitioner for levels 1 and 2. I finished 2 yesterday. And it's just beautiful. I've always worked with the angels. I love this type of energy. And so it's just, but I find that, I was a bit spacey today after it was like flying high after the whole thing. It's a good 8-hour day, 8 hours. The whole day is online teleconference and, the learning, and I was fine. And then I kind of knew, I was like, the next day. So it's just been kind of like where you could stare off all day and not do anything, but it's okay. So let me see. Hello, welcome, Chris. Hello, Sarah. Beautiful. Yes, be grateful for everything that we have. Hello, Jules on YouTube. Everyone else on Facebook. Hello, Wendy, Maureen. Oh, thank you. Yay. Oh, Teresa, you're never late. You're always right on time. So don't worry about that. And that's what I say. Yeah, you're right on time. Don't worry about that. You didn't miss anything, because I kind of just like spacey. And also too, just letting the energies just be as they are. I'm finding, like, right now, usually I could open a show and then when I get into channeling mode, but I feel like the channel mode opened up too soon on me, and it's just like, whoa, what? What's happening? Where am I? Who am I? No, it's all good. It's just, again, working outside of our comfort zone, we are growing and expanding and just getting used to the different energies, and that's okay. and we have to be gentle with ourselves. And I think we're redefining, not that I ever knew what normal meant, but I think we really are redefining what normal is. I don't even know. Anybody knows what normal is? Other than a setting on your... And I don't think even more. Now, all the washers and dryers and everything is all this technology and computer boards. I don't think there's normal anymore. But anyway, it's too funny. And my goodness. All right, so let me see here, B. Hi, many blessings. I can't seem to get my anxiety under control. You see anything? Thank you. So, and that's, you see how laid back I am right now. And tomorrow I could be high anxiety, or I could be crash, go to sleep, and wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then have this sudden burst of where's this anxiety coming from? Again, we're feeling so much from all around us, not just everyone else, or we're feeling earth releasing. We're feeling so much stuff, and we just have to continue. Purging is a daily thing that we have to do. Purging. We're purging our own stuff, and we're purging things that are coming through us. It's not for our highest and greatest, because we're all connected and we're coming in faster. Everything's coming in faster. All the energies are coming in faster. And yes, we are all one. We are all connected, and we still have our individuality in this oneness. Okay, yes, the energy has been extremely crazy and crazy different, but let's just embrace it. And this is, like I said, this is new territory for us all as far as ascension process from the third dimension to the fifth dimension, and we are pulling apart. Hello, Robin. And let me see if I can't find this picture. I'll try this. Try to screen share here. I haven't tried that yet. So you'll be the first one. Let me see. Do I even have it on the computer, or was it on my phone? No, I think I saved it on my phone. Well, let's see what it looks like. So I apologize for the quality. Let's see. But I saw this image. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how much the quality is going to show up here, but oops, and try to get it all. See, it looks different when you're on live, and this is how our life has been. Like, we're trying to figure out that balance, but it's like we're looking at the flip mirror image of something, and we're trying to balance, but Earth, and then one side's third dimension, 3D Earth, 5D Earth. You see how we're pulling away? Like I said, we really feel like we're living, and we are, like, alternate realities of the same, but we're all still together and still entwined. But yet, that, and when I've talked about the 3D imploding, that's what it feels like, is that it gets smaller, 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 and pulls away, that complete pulling away. Okay. And those that don't want to wake up, that don't want to, and I don't want to say really be a part of this ascension process, because what I was shown was that everyone's ascending, just when they're ready. Those who aren't ready to choose the ascension now, they're going to, that whole 3D, that 3D bubble, they're going to be taken off this planet, imploding, removed gently, and take it and be reborn onto another 3D planet in another solar system. I mean, completely away from here. Okay. And then, of course, they'll forget everything, even life on this earth plane, and whatever planet they're on, they will think that that's where they've been. So until they're ready. And now these are the ones, though, that are not from the solar system. Everyone that's from this solar system, this galaxy, so to speak, those that aren't ready, they're going to go into the stargates all around us that are schools, and they will eventually, yes, okay, they're going to be in such high vibrational energy. How's it going to be hard not to choose? It's going to be hard not to choose to ascend, right? So they're going to wrap up anything that they needed to learn that is preventing them from ascending. That's where they'll take care of all of that. So we really have nothing, I won't say to worry about or be concerned over. Where we're all, it's all going to be so much better for all of us. And because I know that there's going to be even maybe some anxiety of, I know where I am on this ascension process, but I'm not sure where the rest of my family is. And yes, there are going to be some families. There's going to be some friends. It's just the way it's going to be, of where they maybe choose a different path, but know that this is all temporary. This is all part of the process. Don't let it drag you or pull you down if they choose a different path than you do, because we're all here for our own mission, and maybe that's what they wanted to experience as well. And just know that we're going to all be together and conscious of this togetherness and oneness, very, very soon. I mean, every day we're getting closer and closer and closer to this. Okay. And so, oh, you're welcome, B. And because I know that it feels, you're such a loving and giving person, and we all are. Everyone in the sacred circle is so loving and caring about everyone else too. But you know what? We stay in our Sacred Heart Center and we stay true to who we are. Our light shining brightly does really help others as well. And so this is just, I will say, like the final act for 3D Earth. And whatever that looks like, however that looks like on this stage, we've seen it all. And it does feel like, yes, it's going to get worse before it gets better. We're just feeling that. Okay. And isn't it interesting that it's I say we're returning to oneness, but in that picture it didn't look like, okay, here's Earth, oneness, with it always has been with the light workers, with higher vibrational beings on the 3D planet, and now it's splitting like this. To us, we're seeing separation, but what's really happening is we're going back to oneness, and we don't understand that yet because we can't. Our physical eyes want something to physically understand, but just know that, feel it in your soul, feel it in Sacred Heart Center, and know that it's really for all of our highest and greatest. Robin, I'm having a lot of friends, family, and even complete strangers dumping their problems on me. 2 of my friends lost their husbands. I keep putting up my shield, but it's straining me. Sarah, I've been having that too. Oh, let me put some of these up here, Robin, because I think that's everyone is feeling this too, right? This is very good for all of us to learn from. And Sarah's been having that problem too. So, all right. I keep putting up my shield, but it's straining me. It's draining you because you're looking at them. It's draining you because you are paying attention too long to their energy. Yes, you can feel it, all right? And the thing is not to be distracted by it, but to actually close your eyes, find your center, find your harmonious alignment, and sit there. Send them peace. Send them divine love and peace. And that's all you have to do and be. See, this is where we're also, do you notice that the third dimension is is a lot of doing. And I'll tell you, this whole coronavirus and staying at home is teaching. Who's having the worst time here is the doers. The ones who are, I have to go physically out into the world and make my living. I have to go and physically do this. They're having a hard time. They don't understand. Stay at home and be. is really the underlying subconscious meaning of all of this. Oh, go within. You have time to really learn more about you and who you are, and that you are so much more than your job title, things outside of the house, the home, outside of your Sacred Heart Center. A lot of us are redefining things. A lot of us are finding, hey, I could work from home. I could do this. I could do that. I could really do what I've always wanted to do, because when you enjoy something that you do, you're putting that being into it, that it's joyful. What would you describe you? You're putting that joyful, that joyfulness in it, that happiness in it, yes, this is what I've always wanted to do, and move forward with it. So stripping away the old anxieties, the old thought patterns, right? The old everything. If I don't have a job that has, I have direct deposit set up, and I have this constant steady income coming in all the time, so I know how much to pay my bills. And this is literally a leap of faith. You're jumping off that cliff. I have no idea how I'm going to pay this, but I trust and know that everything will be taken care of. And I don't mean I'm going to sit back and not do a darn thing and just let it fall in my lap. That's not going to happen. All right. No, but let's just tone down that anxiety. Let's just tone down that worry. And when I am abundant, everything will work out. And as you keep going forward with making sure that you are stepping more into who you are, into your empowerment. Okay. Let me see, Robin. It's the final countdown. Yay! Yes, it is. Yes, I am. Thank you. Great advice. And so we have to, Robin, we're just really, really having to make sure, checking ourselves. Let me say this. Checking ourselves so much more than we ever had to before. And what I mean by that too is I used to be able to, all right, I'm going to have my meditation or check the energies or feel the energies or just have, a morning ceremony, a night ceremony. And it's like, no, it's almost like all day I'm really analyzing everything, every thought, every action, and it can be draining when we do that. But just when we feel the mind start to spin up, because the mind can't see the path ahead. It's a dark path, and the mind gets a little fearful when it doesn't have a blueprint right in front of it to read, right? And to know. And so yes, we want to feel secure. Know that we have that. We are secure. And we are abundant. We're not lacking unless we think we are, unless we choose to be. And I know that some people kind of have a hard time with that. And that was so eye-opening for me when I realized that it was a choice and that I was holding myself back. And it was like, seriously? Because it's just the way that we were taught to look and view things. All right? So, yeah, so and what does that look like? I mean, for me, if I need to do some more clearing, I'm just making sure energetically I'm checking my energy, doing energy scans. And a lot of healers, we know how to do this. You will know how to do this. Even if you don't consider yourself a healer or an intuitive or anything like that, you can become very familiar with your energy. Feel your energy. Sit, feel your energy. Listen to your body. Your body talks to you and will tell you what's going on. Feel the energy field around you. Feel, that your aura. What does that feel like? And try pushing that out a little bit more. And so that's what we need to be doing more and more, making sure that our stuff is our stuff that's in this aura, and that no one else's stuff has snuck in and is trying to pull on us. Okay? And so cleansing, making sure you're cleansed energetically. You could take a bath, nice bath, or you could do it in the shower. Imagine that you're in nature in a waterfall and everything is it's not for your highest and greatest. If it's not your stuff, that's for your highest and greatest. Let it all wash down the drain. You want to hold on to the good stuff. But even if it's your stuff that's bad, you just want, not really bad, but it's not for your highest and greatest. Anything that throws you off balance. We gotta be careful. Don't avoid the words negative and positive. And I've heard people, oh, I just want to get rid of the negative. What? That's part of you. You really just dissect who you are, that part of you. That negative is very necessary. And it's that instant stabilizer. It's part of it. The positive, the negative. You look at a battery won't run with just positive, with just negative. It needs both in balance. And that's how we are. In harmonious alignment, we need both. We need both. Yeah, I really feel like I am, Robin. I'm really feeling your energy. So I love you, sweetie. All right, let's see. Let me go back. I need a couple more. All right, Chris Herman. Chris, you had said before that Archangel Metatron helps us go to the 5D. Can you explain a little bit more how he's helping us? Oh, all the archangels are helping us. Metatron is most definitely taking the lead here, because he's with that the very high chakras outside of our body. He's either the 12th, in charge of the 12th chakra, or the first chakra, that stargate way above us. And so he's it's taken the whole team. It's everyone, again, has a mission. And yes, Archangel Metatron is kind of like making sure that everything is in perfect alignment, that everything's going in perfect order. He's got this checklist, so to speak. And all the archangels, and I don't want to say, but there's so many phylums, there's so many levels of angels. And so, just making sure that everyone and angels have assigned duties. And so just making sure that everything, angel, in every vibration, this is hard to explain. I'm trying to put it into words, but just making sure that everything, taking care of all the energies, is making sure everything transitions smoothly. All right. And this is exciting for them. So that's what Archangel Metatron is doing, is coming in. You feel all sorts of different angels, even above the archangels. You're going to feel the high vibration, the seraphim, the thrones, the principalities. You may feel all type of different angels coming in. And it's not important that you identify them or label them. Just feel that energy, because it feels like a little electric shock, or a little tingly, and just a tingly sensation. It's like, this is a new energy, but it feels good. It fits like supercharged. All right. So that's how all of them are helping us. Wendy, I'm such an introvert. Staying home is fine. I just miss my grandson. Yes. Yeah. Other than going out in public for when we need to get supplies, to me it's nothing has changed. My husband is essential, so he goes to work every day like he normally does. I work from home, and so to us it's like, okay, now our sons may feel like they're essential too. They're assistant grocery managers at our local grocery store, so. Yeah, they feel the craziness of shopping, but and keeping supplies stocked. But but other than that, for those who've already, how about the ones that are homeschoolers? They already do all this, and so then they see everybody scrambling, and they're just like, okay, and again, everyone's being taken out of their comfort zone. And there's always a reason that you're taken out of your comfort zone. I need to tell you what it is, right? I'm going to take a sip of water. I want everyone to stay hydrated and still that Seraphim Blueprint level 2 energies. Just still, we worked with some sacred geometry yesterday. So, woo! Drinking more water, and of course I'm having my iced coffee now. But all right, Jolie, this is a great Hey, Reverend Tiffany, can you share about smart dust and nanochips before the black cats are removed? Don't do anything like that. All right? These bodies are ascending. We've got to keep our bodies as pure as possible. And inserting anything, AI, or being chipped or anything like that will hurt us. And I want you to think of all these sci-fi movies and, oh, wow, look, that's interesting. And all these half human, half AI bots and stuff like that. The soul will leave your body. The soul's not going to stay in something like that, right? Why would it? Don't do that. Do you really want your brain hooked up to the internet? There's so many hackers out there that hack into you. You can forget it. Kiss your life goodbye because it's over. Stay away from that. It's a violation of who we are, of our light bodies. All right, we are ascending. Don't let anything get in the way with that. All right, I went and people are like, oh, this technology, oh, this is pretty cool. I could have like a little bionic eye. I could do this. I could do that. It doesn't make you a superhuman. It just makes you a human being converted to an AI. It makes you less and less human the more you do something like that. All right, and I'm very passionate about that. They're very passionate about that because that's just something that it's who's going to benefit from that? There's only a handful of people, maybe 2 handfuls, that are going to benefit from it. But when they've killed humanity off, they don't have anybody else to make money off of. All right, I'm sorry. I'm very passionate about this because this ascension process is we should be taking this very seriously. Very seriously. I'm even to the point now where, really working with our own DNA and the DNA that is restructuring. And it's like, I don't even want to go get a filling and work, not that I need one. I'm just saying I don't want any foreign thing in my body. All right. As much as possible. All right. So you're going to have to use your own intuition with that, but just be careful. Be very careful. Chris, so Metatron is like, yeah, I like that. The CEO of this time. Yeah, but here's the that's the mind having to put everything in order. They don't, everyone is important. And I can feel that kind of makes them a little uncomfortable when we do that. We're humanizing angels. We're humanizing these high vibrational beings. But we're not doing it to pull them down. We're doing it so our minds will understand. All right. So we need to fall out of our minds and make sure we're living in our sacred heart center and feeling how everything is. And just know that, yes, every archangel, every angel, on every level, every one of us that are ascending, all the dragons, all the unicorns, the animal kingdom, the, elementals, earth, everything, that we are all in perfect alignment with each other as well during this ascension process. So you see, it's a team effort. All of us have our job, so to speak, and we're all doing it. And they don't like to be highlighted or spotlighted, they don't like that. Or not really like, because they don't like or dislike, but it makes them uncomfortable. There's no need for it. It is what, okay, it's just, there's no need for it. I love all the angels. Yes. Chris, yes, I am classified as essential, so that's changed for me either. Yeah. This can happen due to chemtrails, them trying to inject things. Well, let me tell you something, Jolie. Anything that is trying to pull and control is 3D. So those chemtrails and 3D stuff's going to go this way, while 5D is going this way. We are protected. We don't need protection in the fifth dimension because we are in a high vibrational energy where 3D and lower can't get to. All right? It's I know we're just like, what? But seriously, it's the universal security system. If you're not worthy, you're not passing this level. You're not coming in here. Only those who proceed into the upper vibrations have worked for it and deserve it, want it, and are ready. Okay? So anything low vibration like that, the AI stuff, the 5G, there's a lot of stuff out there we can drive ourselves crazy with. Oh my gosh, we really are in a apocalyptic, shh. If that's where you put yourself, that's what you will experience. We are in ascension, and things that aren't working are falling off, are being pushed aside, are not our reality. It's not our ascension reality. Okay? Maureen, this 5 week of staying home with not going to work, not good on my anxiety and depression. Yeah, it's totally pushed you out of your comfort zone. It really, really has. And I want you to flip that around. And what's the good from it? Don't answer me. I mean, I want you to have a journal. I hope you're journaling more. I want you to journal. Answer that question. Because for every negative, there's a positive. For every positive, we already know there's a negative. We're really good with focusing in on that negative. Oh, yeah, misery loves company. Well, hold on a minute. There's always that silver lining. Positive can't exist without negative, negative without positive. So let's look at the positive part of everything that's happening. What am I gaining from this? Not what am I missing from this? I'm missing work. I'm missing this. I had to file for unemployment. How about this? What are you gaining? Now, this is not something that you could probably answer right away, right? This is something that I want you to journal and ponder and let it ease in. Because when we hear something, our first reaction to the truth is to push it away and to not deny it. No, it can't be that simple. No. And then we have to sit with it for a little bit and then settle in and then, you know what? Yeah, okay. All right. I'm meditating more. Great, Maureen. There you go. All right. And that's where we already have all our answers within us, in that sacred heart center. We just need to go in there and be completely honest with ourselves. All right. Robin, I see so many angels and never really identified them. Saturday I was doing sacred tribal dance and the angels came. When they do, I speak in tongue. I don't understand everything I'm saying. Do I need to understand everything? No. Okay, so light language, or even it's usually light language. Or you could also from past life be channeling different languages. But when you go into that state with a dance, all right, and you don't have to understand. See, the thing with languages here, when we're taught what we have been trained for, 3D language and verbiage and everything, is that it's translating into words, and the words are forming a sentence or forming a thought or forming an idea. Light language, all right, is about sound, the rhythm of it, the sound, the different beats, the vibration, the frequency of this language, so to speak, is what we resonate with on a divine level. We know this, we understand this, because who we are is a sound, this beautiful tone. So yeah. Woo. So no, your Sacred Heart Center will know when you are in that great, oh, I get it now. We don't read it, we feel it. Hope that makes sense. Rob and I refuse to get injected. Fear weakens your immune system. Absolutely, it does. Yes, just as much as possible. And I'm going to tell you, no way, shape, or form am I condoning you not to go to any doctors or see anything, especially, emergency wise. Hey, that's fine, but just be very, very careful and conscious of everything that's being done to you. So I'd be very, stingy with right now and cautious, not fear, but just cautious. And again, to remind, maybe there's some new people that are watching too. All right, is we need to take care of ourselves. We need to watch out for our bodies, for ourselves. And I'm not saying all doctors, I'm not saying doctors are bad, because hey, there's some beautiful beings that are doctors and nurses, and they are very helpful. Okay. Just don't run to the doctor every time you get a sniffle. We are in spring here, so we're going to have this as well, to where it's just a sinus infection or allergies or something else that's going on. This is where we need to really listen and know our body. Let our body, have that dialogue with our body. Let us have that communication with our body. All right. And so it's very important to do that at this time. Okay. And not to get in the way with our own healing, but to work more and more on that. Building a healthy immune system most definitely takes care of the body. The mind, keeping the mind from, this is why they say meditation is to keep the mind from being an unruly, undisciplined child, right? And the Sacred Heart Center is this command center where everything should filter through. Yeah. This is what we get in harmonious alignment. All right. I just would like to also give, and see there's a lot of new viewers too. My website is whitesagewoman.com. So be sure to check out my website. Okay. All right. Now let's get back to these comments here. Oh, Wendy. The oracle cards that I pull every morning for the Goldylocks. It's the Goldylocks Productions Facebook group. Now, you're viewing this on the page. If you are not a member of the Goldylocks Productions group, please, join the group. And because there's things that we do in this group that's not done on the page. Some sharings, and Wendy pulls cards for everyone every day, oracle card, and it's all about practicing your psychic abilities, gives everyone something they can practice if they get bored. And so you're giving some insight too, and really appreciate that, Wendy. So thank you so much. And so the Facebook page that you're watching right now, is the difference between pages and groups is really interesting, right? So the pages is the public front yard, and the group is a private backyard. So those of you who want, and there's more things that go on, right, in the backyard. Maybe a little bit more things that aren't posted or exposed in the front yard. So if you want the private party in the backyard, join the Goldylocks Productions Facebook group. There you go. All right. Robin, about the light language. Yes, I feel like my soul feels it. And understand exactly. We understand. Thank you. Excuse me. Hello, Josie is Psychic Joanne Leo. Hello. I love reading them every morning also. Yes, everyone loves Wendy's card. It's so dedicated. Every morning she pulls a card for us, and it's just so beautiful. So thank you so much. And it really makes our day when we do that. And you see how this is shining our light. So we take time for ourselves. Maybe we meditate, maybe we journal. We go to social media, should be flooded with us sharing our love and light. Okay. And, oh, someone pulled a card. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna get this message, or I'm gonna watch this short little video over here. Or I'm going to go do this, or I'm going to go, but you see, it catches on, and then they are inspired to, you know what, I'm going to share something too. And it's beautiful. That's what one light igniting another light looks like. Right? There we go. Chris, we are a wild group in the Facebook page. That's funny, Chris. Yes, we are, aren't we? Ooh, yeah. So working on too is more telepathic. So a lot of us, and I know this is, like I said before, we're in springtime. We got tickles in our throat, and we've got, as we're bringing everything back into alignment and feeling our throat chakras really open up and expand, it really helps us. When we allow our mind to drop into the sacred heart center, and then it goes right back up. And when we have a balanced left hemisphere and right hemisphere of the brain, it comes together to form a unified mind. Boom, that pops open the third eye. The third eye represents no separation in your mind, in your left and right hemisphere. A harmonious, see, everything magnifies, doesn't it? We all have to work together. Even inside ourselves, that masculine feminine has to get along. The both hemispheres of our brain need to work together. The mind and the sacred heart center need to work together, and with the body as well. All right. So it's like if these two fight, the body's like the kid in the relationship, the child. And it's waiting for direction. It's waiting for commands. It's waiting for you to tell it something. You can talk to your body. Talk your body to, hey, what's going on? Oh, you don't like what I just ate, right? We know that, don't we? Ooh, I don't think I should eat that again. Your body's talking to you. You listened. You responded. Hey, look in the mirror. Hey, beautiful. How you doing? Our body needs to hear how much it's appreciated as well. All right. So if your mind and your heart, or you want to associate your feelings, your mind and your feelings are on this constant tug of war in every direction, and you're not paying attention to the child will go offline. Your body will go astray, offline, not protect itself. And the next thing you know, bam, you're getting a diagnosis of a disease because you were distracted. Right? So that's why it's very important to not have these distractions. It's just part of life, of course, with distractions, but prioritize. This is not my barrel of monkeys. I'm not going to deal with it. I don't need this drama. Be very critical. And it's not that you're not judging. You're fine-tuning, you're purging, you're cleaning up maybe your friends list on social media. It doesn't mean the person's a bad person, and I don't want to read this kind of stuff that this person is putting out every day. You can silence them, mute them, whatever, or if they're, just go with your own feeling. If you need to defriend them, unfollow, undefriend, or defriend, and move on. We are connecting more and more with our soul family, with more and more light workers and light beings in these sacred circles. And this is where we need to concentrate on. And there's no judgment, it's just observation, because we know that those that choose not to ascend at this moment eventually will. Doesn't mean that anyone's better than anyone else, right? No. It just means that this is how it is. So it's remember that, it's not, energy can be destroyed or even created. It is transformed. And we're in that very powerful transformation phase energetically. Okay. So just know that. And it's don't stay And any thoughts or any emotions that throw you off your harmonious alignment. And I've talked about this before too, because some people may feel like, well, what is harmonious? When you think of alignment, you think about the scales, the balance scales, right? And so the thing too is that a lot of people might think it's got to be 50-50. 50 maybe negative, 50 positive. It's different for everyone. Do you know that? Whatever that percentage is, where your happiness lies, some people can be a little more negative than positive and still be in harmonious alignment. Some people can be more positive than negative and still be in harmonious alignment. What is your percentage? It's not always 50-50. And we shouldn't compare to everyone else, but we have to know what our own. Hey, all right, powerful healers are going to have a little bit more, and I'm going to tell you why, a little bit more dark than light, because we naturally hold the light, but where we've learned and experienced is in the dark, right? So we're going to have this, but the light is so powerful that it creates the balance. When we try to make sense of it, we lose it, don't we? If we talk about something too much, have you ever noticed that? You talk something to death, you just talked the whole life out of it. Seriously. It's like, ugh. It could be so beautiful, and then we try to explain it, and it's like, oh, it's gone. Right? Robin, I write myself beautiful positive letters that helps me to stay in harmonious balance. It helps keep the bad junk out of my mind. Yes, disciplining the mind, writing those letters. Absolutely. And anyone that's given you pain or conflict, I'd write a letter to them too. I've sat down and have written letters to family members, to now my biological dad, for whatever reason, because I never really found a lot of truth from my mom or dad about why they broke up, when, went their separate ways, whatever, when I was like 4.5 years old. And so anyway, I dealt with, as I'm sure a lot of people did, with these abandonment issues. All right. But what helped me to realize that the anger that was associated with that, the anger, the pain, everything that's associated with all of that, and carrying that through my teenage. And then finally you get to a point when I became a mother, and it's just like, you know what is this? I need to get rid of this, because I don't want to give this to my kids. And so I had heard, in the very, when you, work on that spirituality, you dust off that foundation, whether it's religious or spiritual, and you start to build on it. I was in that building. I need to turn to spirituality. I need to turn to this. I need to get to this and take care of it. And I had read somewhere, and I don't even know who it was that had suggested in a book. I don't know what spiritual teacher suggested to write, that parent a letter in the state of mind that where the anger or where the pain originated. So for me, it's like, as a 4.5-year-old child, I'm going to write this letter to my biological dad. You don't give it to them. All right. It's a releasing technique. And I used a crayon and wrote like a child and wrote a letter to my biological dad. And there was a lot of pain and a lot of hurt. But I did that, and I released it and let it go, so that when the opportunity came, in 20 years ago, in the early 2000s, to reestablish our connection and come together and talk as adults and talk things through, that was great healing for both of us. And he was able to die peacefully, at peace. I mean, he had some issues. Interesting that him and my mother both had a disease that ended up being the reason why they left this earth plane, why they crossed over. because their relationship together was, I saw what it did to both of them. And when you take a step back and don't make it about you, right? Why do we take everything so darn personal? Even if it's about us, or it happened to us. But it's, you know what? Kids do that. We take the blame for everything, don't we? Oh, I love them, but did I do something wrong? No. There's just two people can't, they come together. Relationships aren't meant to last forever. A lot of relationships are just temporary. Kids got to come in. They want these two people to be their parents. So, okay, here they are. And then if they go, okay. Right. Yeah. So that's great. I know you can relate to the story. Yeah. Go. Idea perfect for that age. Just to really do this. And I've sat down and written really beautiful letters to my mother. So it's a whole releasing thing. Things that we have to do, things that we have to deal with, anger and pain, or things that were left unsaid. If a loved one has crossed over before you feel like you had closure, that does provide that starts that closure process. Okay. And Wendy, I learned pretty recently I need to ask myself, what lessons am I learning? You know what? With everything, it seems like now we need to do that. What am I learning here? What am I learning here? Really quickly, because we know there's no more of coming back. Everything karmically is being wrapped up. There's no more, I'll catch it in the next life. I can't perfect it now, I'll catch it next lifetime. No. We're all done with that. No. No more. We're sending. Done, and done. So we are going to check ourselves. We're going to ask ourselves these questions, and we should be every day over anything, right? Chris, you can burn those letters. You can, but I don't. I don't burn anything like that. I understand the power of the fire, but let me tell you, this is how it was explained to me too. You can burn them, bury them, in the earth, in the ground, or if your ground's frozen in a house plant, you can bury it in a house plant. However, what they explained to me is the fire in your body when you're writing something down, coming out of the ink, hitting that paper. And what is paper made out of? The writing paper. When your fire in writing is coming out on that paper, it's burning. It's burning the words into the paper. You've already burned and released it. Really, burning is the release. You've already released it on the paper. I don't burn any of my old journals. I don't burn any of my old stuff that I have written. So when I go back into it, I can feel the essence there. I can feel that pain. I can feel it. And it's not a bad thing. It's part of who I was. It's part of who I am. And if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be who I am now. And so it's an energetic scrapbook. The journals, pretty much, is an energetic recording. It's like you can do the same thing when you hold a crystal. You're energetically recording into your crystals, right? So just keep that into mind. I would need to feel inspired right now to everyone sitting in sacred circle. I know we all give and receive love and healing to each other. I'm healing right now that we need to do a little heart-to-heart connection here. We've got a little, everyone sitting in sacred circle, we've got a little heaviness in the Sacred Heart Center in connecting with everyone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the 432 tuning fork. 432 cosmic heart, 432 hertz is the cosmic heart sound. So I'm going to play this. You'll feel the vibration, just whether you hear it or not, but you'll. Ooh, feel it vibrate. all through the sacred circle, vibrating through my sacred heart, everyone's hearts, sacred heart centers, our chakras, connecting. Woo! Our sacred circle surrounded by so many angels and light beings. There, I think that's got it. Wait a minute, one more. All right. Everyone take a deep breath in and then release it. All right, that blew that out. There we go. Whew, that felt good. Okay. That felt great. That's for everybody. There we go. Take some deep breaths. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Release and release and release. Yes, that's great. All right, so I'm inspired. I'm going to pull because we don't have time to do messages for everyone. I'm pulling a message for everyone, for each of you. I'm using unicorn cards, but not cards that you may think. I have this Oracle of the Unicorns deck, and I hope you're working more with the unicorns. It's very important. I can't stress enough that they help bring in the high vibrational energies. Most definitely very high. They work the unicorns from the 7th to the 12th dimension, and they have returned to these lower dimensions, and they're used to help humanity with its ascension process. They guard stargates, by the way. Unicorns do. And the creation angels, the seraphim, the thrones, principalities, or I can never say this word correctly. I'm sorry. It's the, thank you. The seraphim, the cherubs, the cherubim, and the thrones. Those are the top three. The unicorns work a lot with them in guarding particular stargates, and like the stargate to seraphim is a beautiful, of course, round oval structure. When I saw this picture of the geometric shape of the Seraphim Stargate, it reminded me of how Atlantis was built. The circles it was just a circle within circles within. It's beautiful with the little outlets. It reminded me of there. And then there's 4, people may think it's 4 stars, but they're unicorns that are guarding this Stargate. Okay? So, very important, yes, that we've been working with oh, wow, look at that. I guess I got our messages now. That we are working with the dragons, of course. But make sure that you are tuning in more and more to the unicorns. And the kids are always, the young ones, they're always, don't ever lose sight of that. They always see these unicorns and the dragons, and just let them hold on to that. So the one that just flew out of the deck, by the way, it has beautiful pink wings. Expansion. Spread your wings and soar. Share your message and shine your light. Show the world what you're made of. That's your card, expansion. I love the pink wings because it reminds me of this. I work a lot with right now what we were doing, cosmic hearts, and then that cosmic heart healing, sacred heart center is that beautiful blues and the pinks, or the pink and the white light. Let me see if I can't get this into expansion. Isn't that beautiful? You are still vibrating. My screen is beating like it is. It's like, woo. Anyway, this is Oracle of the Unicorns by, oh wow, I'm just going to butcher this name. If you could take a screenshot, I'm going to focus in on the name here. See if just the Oracle of the Unicorns. If you'll be able to find this deck if you just do a search for it. And that's what that looks like. All right, one final thing. Isn't it beautiful? These are very beautiful cards. I really love. Oh, here's another one that just look at the healer one. Healer, you have powerful healing gifts. Have faith in your abilities. Stay true to the path as a healer. So that's our messages. Expanding and healing as healers. Expanding as healers. As we heal our space, we're healing the space all around us. Isn't that beautiful? Now, I've had interesting conversations because when I was just a unicorn was a unicorn. Pegasus is a form of a unicorn, by the way. All unicorns have wings. Not all unicorns have a horn. With the horn is energy. It's energetic. Anyway, it's energy. Okay. So the difference between it's a unicorn or a Pegasus is the same thing. It's just it's a different. Sometimes the Pegasus doesn't have the energy horn, but all unicorns have wings. They're just tucked in. You don't see them until they fly. So there you go. Just want to share that with you. Anyway, some conversation I had, dialogue with angels and unicorns, and a long time ago in some journaling, and I was like, "Hey, what's up with that? Do they all have wings or not, or what's going on?" Simplify. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tay-Ray, so much. Thank you, everyone sitting in Sacred Circle with us this evening. And, thank you. I know the messages are beautiful, aren't they? These cards are just so exquisite. And make sure you're working with the unicorns. And it vibrates all through nature. Look at how these white or pink, rare breeds in the animal kingdom are coming forward. These are signs of great things that's not to come, but is happening right now. All right. So many blessings to each and every one of you. And thank you, Darcy, sweetie. Have a great week, everyone. And we will be right here, same place, same time, next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Many blessings to each of you. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.